Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, as it's called, CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wild card game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Mike 51. Watch the curve. Switch. Sunday. Hey, Charlie. We're good.
On play action, Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Yo. Shorty. Big ass. Great 15. Hey, dude.
On play action, it's Wentz. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Baby, get him, boy. Here we go. Waiting. It's going to be a long. It's going to be a long. Hey, Rick 5-2, come here. Hey, Alpha. Mike 51. Hey, watch the slant. Hey, kill. Hey, Ford, don't kill.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Hey, Delta.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
We got this.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm on. Jim. Got it. Check it back.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
53 is the mic.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
And the Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense. Run left, run left. Run left, run left. Check, we let go. Here we go, here we go. Let's go.
Now Wilson on first down. This one into the hands of Largent. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Check 99.
Here's Carson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
I'll go special. I'll go special. Hey, 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down.
25. Push left. Hey, alert.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jannard Avery. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
81.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And some room to roam now. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
This pass complete. Wins to Ertz.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Rush in. Hey, echo. 51 to Mike. Here we go, D.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. He gets this one to Johnson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And that'll set him back 5.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
5-9.
Wentz now to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. This from 42 yards out. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Now, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, 0-0-0. Good job right there. Good job right there. 53's the mic. 53's the mic. Nice, sweetheart.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Hey, 0-0-0. 35's the mic. Hey, come on, come on. Mike.
Here's Wilson. Carson with a catch out of the backfield. They get 16 out of that one, but they still need to convert on third.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about that little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Let him know. Let him know. Let's go double count right here, double count.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but he was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
74.
Now Wentz on third down. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Returnable for Lockett. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Let's go, 14. Hey, number 53.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
36. Guys, listen. Go. Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4". Hey, pick your game up.
Throwing is Wilson. Flushed out right. He'll run it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike 35. 14.
Further left.
Mike 33.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
And an Eagle first down.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
Hey, Haywood!
Working from the gun, Wentz. Flush to his right, and he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while. Have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an
things for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Set the tone, defense. 61. Matchbox light. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. 49. Check.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. That one good for 33 and a first.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, 32 yards. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
One clock. Look for signal. 6. Mike's by four. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go.
Wilson now, throwing again. He'll find Metcalf. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, time.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go. Gun. Alert. 35. Mike 35. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check. Crunch. Gotta go in and out. Let's go. Alert 3. Hey, 0. Switch. Check nickel. Got it.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10.
Wilson now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
He's checking. Crash. Good guys, 4 down. 40. 18.
Now it's Carson. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
40. Mike 35. Check Mike. 35's the Mike. Took right.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
General West.
Check. Fresno. Kill. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check 22. Great 57.
A pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
From the 41, Wentz. He's going to sling this deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 2nd down.
54. Run left. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Go. We'll hold this. Right there. 54.
There.
54, Mike. Rip right. Mike's 5'4". Watch the screen.
Throwing again. Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
Run left.
Let's go deep. Tighten up. Let's go deep.
18. Push left. Check right. 54. We own them.
54 is Mike.
Gotta go in and out. Let's go.
54. Watch 54. I'm coming up.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC Wildcard bout. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brandon Graham just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Wilson to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Touchdown, Seattle. Metcalf. 82 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
64, this one, 7.
51 to Mike, boy, 51.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. He finds his man Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Switch out. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Quarterback, D-line.
To throw again, Wilson. This one into the hands of Largent. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Left pass, left pass.
Hey, watch it.
Hey, alert. Off. Good cut.
Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Fletcher Cox make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taylor now returning it. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, his 2nd sack of the night.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Lefty. Hey, Ford, Tokyo! Small!
Another run here with Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Right there. 54. Right there.
I'll go special.
Field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Check.
Echo. He's coming. We got double up. Check three.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
Alert.
Now it's Wilson. Able to find his target here, Largent. And he'll have this past the... prior to going out of bounds.
Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard
line. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Watch Watch the
36 power.
This is Carson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10.
Hey, guys, listen. Check 13. 53 the mic. Oh, shot. Here we go, D.
They run it with Carson. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On second down now, it's Carson. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
All right.
Here's Wilson operating from the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Firing quickly here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go. Waiting.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Go.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This is Phelan, and all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Waiting. Check. Great. Mike 53. Bring it. Recon, 152 fighter. Watch it. Sunday. Hey, Wahoo. Two jet.
Check out Henry.
Wentz now on first down. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a play fake. Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 10 yards out. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Elliott on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Wilson going to throw again. It's complete to Lockett. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Alert.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
35's the Mike. Silver. Mike 35.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. He's going to let this one go. And got his man complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Check.
35, Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 35. Go.
To throw is Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 17. And nothing but daylight ahead.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Taylor And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they will take a knee here.
On the keeper.
From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just wait.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Jannard Avery bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
14, got it. Hey, 0. Right there. 50, right there. 54 Mike.
To try again after the sack. Wilson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Good. Undercrush.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them 1 step closer.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Seattle.